ยากก็ง่ายก็ไม่เป็นไรนะมีแต่ทำมีแต่การทำเดินไปนะมันหนาวเหรอเนี่ยนะไม่เนี่ยคนหนุ่มยังหนาวอยู่แล้วเรื่องภาวนาเรื่องพุทโธเวอานาปานสติรู้ลมหายใจเข้ารู้ลมหายใจออกรู้ละเอียดหรือไม่ละเอียดนะการรู้ก็ที่สำคัญนะนี่เรียกว่าสตินะการรู้นะกำลังขึ้นกำลังออกนะพุทโธก็เหมือนกันเร็วก็ช้าละเอียดก็ไม่ละเอียดนี่ที่สำคัญนะการรู้เนาะแล้วความพยายามอยู่อะไรเห็นจิตออกนะจากพุทโธลมหายใจเข้านะจึงกลับมานี่ความพยายามต้องการนะอันนี้ก็ดูมองดูนะลมหายใจเป็นยังไงลมหายใจเป็นยังไงพุทโธเป็นยังไงละเอียดก็ไม่ละเอียดก็ไม่สำคัญการรู้ก็มันสำคัญเข้าใจไหมและสำคัญอะไรที่จึงกลับมาเพราะว่าใจมันชอบไปโน่นนะแล้วสุดท้ายเคาะนะหลังจากนี้เมื่อใจสงบนะมันการพิจารณานะเมื่อกี้ก็ได้ยินนะแยกร่างกายออกจากจิตใจของเขาหวงเรื่องร่างกายตลอดเวลาเดี๋ยวหนาวเดี๋ยวร้อนเดี๋ยวอยู่เดี๋ยวอยู่นอนนะห่วงตลอดเวลาร่างกายก็เป็นร่างกายนะจิตใจก็เป็นจิตใจแยกออกมาพยายามจะไม่ใช่พยายามอยู่โน่นนะอยู่ที่นี่ความพยายามและเดินชังคอมก็เหมือนกันแล้วเดินชังคอมทางเดียวนะดูมองดูอะไรยืนนะมองดูนะทั้งจุดนะทั้งจบทางนี้ก็อยู่กับพุทโธก็ลมหายใจเข้านะแล้วเดินกลับก็เหมือนกันทางนี้อันเดียวอยู่กับพุทโธลมหายใจนะเข้าใจไหมจะทำให้สมาธิรวดเร็วนะเมื่อทำแบบนี้ไม่ใช่เดินสุ่มสี่สุ่มห้านะดูนี่โอ้สวยงามไม่สวยเนี่ยมองดูนี่มองดูโน้นก็มันไม่มีปัญหา ไม่ใช่สมาธินะดูมองดู1 เมตรนะประมาณ1 เมตรนะแล้วเมื่อทั้งจบนะเดินกลับมานะโอเคทางนี้อันเดียวอยู่กับพุทโธลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกเข้าใจใช้เวลาเป็นประโยชน์นะเดี๋ยวนี้กลับไปได้แล้วเดี๋ยวจะสอนภาษาอังกฤษหน่อยอยากฟังภาษาอังกฤษก็อยู่ต่อไปโกนวลอยากก็ไม่อยากก็ไม่เป็นไรมีแต่การทำ1 พุทโธ1 พุทโธก็ไม่อยากลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออกก็ไม่อยากคิดเรื่องเวลามันจะอยากเนี่ยแต่พุทโธอันเดียวก็ไม่อยากเท่าไหร่1 พุทโธSo what I'm going to do with you. So, you come here to practice, yeah? Not to think about this, think about that, talk about this, talk about that. We want to stop the mind engine. The mind engine that constantly turns around, yeah? Goes here, goes there, goes, from one point to the next point, yeah? One thought, triggers the next thought and triggers the memory, and so on. We want to stop this mind engine to be completely quiet. Yeah? That is the first part. Yeah? That's called samadhi. Yeah? Yeah? The ability to turn the mind engine off. Yeah? To turn the engine, of thinking and memory off. Yeah? And what happens then? When it's off, we are happy. Yeah? And it's the first time, yeah? We don't want anything. We don't want to move, we don't want to think, we don't want anything at all. We're just happy, yeah, with the way things are. Yeah? With our Buddha or with our breath, yeah? Because we still concentrate on our breath or on the Buddha, yeah? You're just happy, yeah? Until we come out, and then we see, when we come out of samadhi, we instantly see, I need this, I need that, this is not comfortable, it's cold, it's not. Yeah? But when we're in samadhi, there's no cold. Just is the things as they are. Yeah? Very simple. Huh? So why can't we do it? Yeah? Sometimes we are afraid. Yeah? We are afraid to lose ourselves. Yeah? And that is the interesting part. We lose ourselves. What do we lose? Huh? We lose the sense of self. Yeah? So, yeah, samadhi, you can also call it, holiday from self. Yeah? See what is, yeah? It's the same as if you have kids, or if you have friends who constantly bother you. Yeah? I want this, I'm not happy about this, I'm not happy about that. Yeah? You go into a room, you close the door behind you, and then you don't hear anything, and there's nobody, who bothers you anymore. And that's the same thing when we go into samadhi. Nobody bothers you anymore. That's why we are happy and comfortable. Yeah? Or peaceful, whatever. Yeah? The moment, thoughts and memories start, constantly bothers us. This is not correct, that is not correct. Am I doing my practice correct? This is the wrong thought. Yeah? As long as I'm with the Buddha, I do my practice correctly. Yeah? As long as I'm with the breath, I do my practice correctly. And whenever I bring the mind back from the thought, that is correctly practiced. Am I sitting correctly? Am I doing this correctly? This is the kilesas who try to disturb us. These are the little kids or our friends who constantly bother us. We don't pay attention to them, say, I'm not interested, whatever you say, it's what you think, it's not what I am. Huh? We have to find, we have to understand, the Lord Buddha's teaching, the principle of anatta, yeah? The principle of anicca, that whatever arises will cease. It has nothing to do with us. When you look at the sky, and there's a cloud, it's not you. Huh? When you see a person, you think it's not you. Huh? Yeah? When you see a thought, you think it's you. Why? You see it. Yeah? Just like you see a person, huh? Or you see a sky, or you see a cloud. Yeah? It comes and it goes. 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 So where's the problem? The problem is our attachment, because we think it's me, mine, and myself. Yeah? The principle of anatta is, it's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself. Yeah? It doesn't belong to me. Whatever I can experience, yeah, cannot be me, because who is the one who experiences it? Huh? Get this clear. There's somebody, yeah? There's subject and object, yeah? Dualistic. Yeah? Subject knows about the object. Yeah? If there's only the object, we don't know anything. So there has to be a subject. We have to watch something. We have to watch an object, no matter if it is a material object or immaterial object. Yeah? The immaterial object is a thought. We can observe a thought. We can observe a feeling. Yeah? How can we say this is my feeling? The feeling arises and ceases. Yeah? The thought arises and ceases. And we see it, yeah? Just like we watch in a cinema. Huh? I mean, we see a movie, but it's the same thing happens to us, Yeah? We get attached to this person or that person. We think this is the good guy or this is the good girl and this is the bad guy. So we get attached, When he gets beaten up, we feel sorrow, we feel pain. Huh? Understand? And that's the same thing. We see a thought, a good thought, we feel happy. We see a bad thought, we feel unhappy. But it's not, it's just a thought. Yeah? It's just like the movie in a theater. Yeah? We feel happy when we see the scene, and we feel unhappy or we feel sad when we see that scene. Yeah? It is a very important principle, this principle of anatta. Yeah? Or you can use the principle of anicca. Whatever arises, okay, yeah, it arises, it ceases, it goes, yeah. And for the four nama khandhas, they go very quickly, yeah. Thoughts, memories, feelings, consciousness, yeah, arise and quickly disappear. This body is a problem, yeah. We're stuck in this problem, yeah. We're stuck in this body, yeah. We think we are the body, yeah? The body is the body, yeah. Think of the body as your car. Whenever you need the car, yeah, you get in the car, turn it on and go wherever you want to. Yeah? And when you don't need it, you get out of the car. The same with the body. The body is, it's a comfortable car, but we're stuck inside. Yeah? So when the Lord Buddha came, to this world, and saw this, he knocked on the windows of our car and said, "Get out! Huh? See that you're not the car. Get out of this body, and see the body is the body and the chitta is the chitta. And the chitta is just like the driver in the car, is the driver of the body, or of the five khandhas, yeah? And the five khandhas are rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, and vijnana, yeah? So the body, feeling, memory, association, thoughts, and consciousness. They have nothing to do with us. Yeah? But our problem is our attachment to these things. We like these feelings or we dislike this feeling. One of the fetters, greed and hate. We like this thought and we dislike that thought. We like this memory and we dislike this memory. That's the problem, our attachment to this, our likes and dislikes. Yeah? If you just neutral, yeah, okay, feeling, okay, go. Come, go, come, go, come, go. Just like in a movie, if you're not interested actually in the movie, the pictures are rolling by, all the sound is rolling by. Yeah? But we attach to it. Yeah? And we have to get rid of the attachment with investigation. And we can only investigate, the things, when our mind is calm. When the mind is not calm, we cannot investigate because that is just thinking. Yeah? Investigation is asking the right questions. Yeah? What is this body? Yeah? Or what is dukkha vedana? What is painful feeling? We sit in meditation and after half an hour there's painful feeling. What is it? What is feeling? Yeah? So the first thing is, we put it, there's a feeling, yeah, and then we can look at it, and then we can investigate it. Where is it? Yeah, where is it located actually? Oh, it's in my knee, yeah, because, yeah, and then instantly, the rectification comes, yeah. Oh, because I'm not sitting comfortable, yeah. Or I'm sitting, I'm straining my leg, I'm breaking my leg, yeah. Or, I'm breaking my back, or hurting my body, yeah. When you sit in the movie or when you watch movie or when you eat, for hours, you never think about that, yeah. But the moment you sit in meditation, you instantly, this is not healthy, this is not healthy. This body posture is not healthy. I'm breaking my body, I'm breaking my legs, I'm hurting my knees, I'm ruining my knees. Yeah? But when you do something that is interesting you, yeah, for the young people, when they sit on their smartphones, for hours, They never think about that. They never think about it. Oh, I'm hurting my body. Oh, this is not comfortable. Oh, I'm ruining my body. No, all what they do is ruining their sati. Yeah, because they completely lose their sati. Yeah? I mean, look at the people who constantly use smartphones. They have an attention span of 2 seconds. Huh? We try to have an attention span, of at least 15 minutes. Yeah. That would be great, if it could be 15 minutes without any thoughts, without any memories coming in. Wow, that would be already quite an achievement. Yeah? And then we could actually go in investigation. Yeah? Well, what do we investigate normally? What do we investigate first? Yeah, is the dukkha vedana that comes with the body? Yeah. If we sit for an hour and there's no dukkha vedana, then we sit for 2 hours. Yeah? And if there's still no dukkha vedana or no painful feelings, then we sit for 3 hours. Yeah? Until it comes. Yeah? And then we look for it. Where is it? I mean, it certainly appears. Yeah? After 3 hours we sit, or after 2 hours we sit there, and it suddenly appears in my knee. Yeah? Okay. Where is it? Where exactly is it in my knee? Is it in the skin? Is it the bones? Is it the flesh? Yeah? Is it in the tendons? Is it in the muscles? Yeah? And we look, we investigate it, and we can't find it. Yeah? And when we come close to the truth, the pain disappears and goes to someplace else. What kind of pain is that? Magic. But we fall for it. We think, oh no, that is it. Yeah? And we get up. Yeah? So we will never get clever. We never get smart, when we always follow our wishes. Yeah? No, we have to investigate it. Yeah? I mean, don't push it away. Yeah? Don't hate it. Yeah? Feel it. The first thing is we do with a feeling, we feel it. Yeah? Let it go. Let it seep in through the whole body. How is this, I mean, how does this feeling feel, actually? Yeah? I mean, we feel this, pain, and then later on we feel something else, and then we can compare these two feelings. And what do we see? There's not much difference. Our likes and dislikes makes it completely different worlds. If you like pain, and there are people, who love pain. The masochists, they love pain. Yeah, I mean, we can't imagine it. And there's artists, who love, to give pain. Yeah. So what is pain? So it's not really something, to like or dislike. It's just something that happens. Yeah, that appears. Yeah, and tries. And the kilesas are constantly trying to distract us. They distract us from our Buddha or from our breath. Yeah? So once we can deal, once we can deal with dukkha vedana, the next investigation is the investigation of the body. Yeah? Get out of the body, look at the body. Okay, that is the body. Yeah, and who knows that this is the body? That's a chitta. It's the owner of the body. It's a driver of the body, or it's a driver of the 5 khandhas. Yeah? Get it? I mean, cut it off. When you sit there, cut it off piece by piece. All the 32 parts of the body, or do it like whatever you think of it. Yeah, put it out in front of you, and when you put it out, you see it in front of you. Yeah, I mean, you cut off your hand, and then you put it there, and you see it. Yeah, and then you cut off the other hand, and you see it. Yeah, and when you see it there, it's not there. It's not here anymore. Until all the body parts are out there. And then who sits there and watches the body part? And then we can ask, what body part is the body? I mean, it can be fun, yeah? And then we can assemble the body again, yeah? But we assemble it differently, yeah? I mean, we can put, we can put the legs, at the shoulders, and that, the arms, at the hips, and think about it, is this a body? Yeah? Or like most of the people, who have the brain between the legs, instead of, up in the head, yeah? You can do it all sorts of things. It can be fun, this kind of investigation. So the question is, what is the body? Yeah? Is it this part? Is it that part? Or is it, is it the the assembly of parts in the right order? Yeah? And who owns this body? Who is the driver of the body? Because you will realize when you sit in samadhi, there is no movement of the body. So if the chitta does not move, and the chitta does not move if there are no thoughts and no memories coming up, then the chitta doesn't move. And then the body doesn't move. And we can go even deeper in samadhi when we go into one-pointedness. When the subject and object merges into one point. It's called appana samadhi, when everything disappears. The whole world, the whole universe disappears. It's not there anymore. Duality ends at that point. And then we know when we come back from this one-pointedness, we come back into duality, we are amazed, because we know it's all a delusion. It's all made up, it's all made up by our mind. You are made up, you realize it, when you come out, when you're stuck long enough into appana samadhi. Who am I? What am I doing here? These thoughts come, and with the thoughts come the memories, and after a while you realize who you are and what you are doing. But before that, when you come out, when you've been there for a while, you don't know what is happening. So you have to reinvent yourself. This is why it is so amazing. That's why Lungta Mahaboa, my venerable teaching master, said, this is one of the wonders of meditation. This is a preview of Nibbana. When you come out, you see how this whole world is built up. And that is an insight, that shows you, that all the value, all the importance we give to the things around in this world, they have no really meaning. So do the body investigation. Investigate the body until you feel the separation. Just in the talk, you don't understand Thai, but just in the talk, he talked about it. Getting to know the chitta is the chitta and the body is the body. So you can do it like this, or you can cut up the body, open it up, and see the loathsomeness of it. That is, reducing greed and hate. Seeing the loathsomeness of the body. Think about, yourself, looking in a mirror without a skin. You find yourself interesting, you find yourself, adorable, You find yourself, very, very attractive, No. If you really see it, for the first time, you throw up, This is disgusting. And then when you look in the stomach, when you open up all these things, just like I was working a lot with doctors, the moment, the first time, they open a corpse, there are two reactions. Some people throw up, other people just fall unconscious. They cannot see it. Because about our illusion about this body, that it's so nice, it's so beautiful, it's all, No, it gives us a lot of dukkha. We have to feed it, we have to house it. All these things, all these 5 khandhas. When we are born again as a human being, we have to train these 5 khandhas for how many years? 16, 18 years we have to train them. We have to train to walk, we have to train to talk, we have to train to read and to write, to think, It's a training, it's a robot. This body is a robot, and that's why we feel, because of our long training, that's why we feel so attached to it. And we don't want anything anything happening to our robot, It's a biological robot, who has, who doesn't need, electricity, or other things, yeah. But it needs food. Yeah? It needs food and water, yeah. Just like any machine needs, a car needs oil and water and gasoline, yeah, and air. Huh? So our body does need these things, but they are natural. Yeah? So ask yourself when you're calm, what is our attachment to the body? Yeah? What is the body? Yeah? When you get out of the body, you're still there. Yeah? It's a vehicle, yeah, that gives us a lot of opportunities, yeah. No matter what, be it art, be it science, be it this or that, we create and create and create, No matter if it is art or science, we create, and then these things that we create fall apart. And we have to create them again. And then they fall apart again. Look at these centuries, or millennium, of years, past, what all these people have created, well, it's all gone. Most of it is gone. Only a few things remain. So in next life we have to create it again. We have to create our profession. We have to create our, our house. We have to create our wealth. We have to create our memories, and all these things. Yeah? Because the moment we die, everything is gone. We do this and do this for over and over and over again. Yeah? We are born and then we die, and we're born again and die again and born again and die again. And how many millions or trillions of life have we already lived? How often, yeah? How often have we been born as a human being, yeah? There are 31 realms of, sometimes we've been in heaven, spaced out, yeah? Sometimes we are in hell, lots of dukkha, yeah? Lots of pain, yeah? But then we come back, in the human realm, and then we work and work and work, yeah? This life, being a teacher. And next life we train again to be a teacher. Or this life to be an engineer. Next life we train again to be an engineer. Or a doctor. Or an artist. Or what? Because everything is a nature. Everything falls apart. All our creation falls apart. Like our memories, our dreams fall apart. Our dreams have changed. What we think we are, 20 years ago, we're completely different from now. So these things are not, they are not stable. There's nothing. There's nothing, that is fixed. Yeah. We think we are, but what are we? Huh? How is that, what I think now, different from what I thought 5 years ago? Huh? Has changed. Huh? It has changed. Yeah? So who are we? Yeah? It's an interesting question. Yeah? We are simply of, our thoughts and memories, body and, feelings, yeah. That is what we are attached to, and that's why we have to investigate these things, to see them as they are, to see them as dukkha, yeah. We have to look after this body, it's dukkha. It's a lot of dukkha. Huh? We have to feed it, we have to house it, we have to clothe it. And when it becomes sick now it's the time, to become sick, to get a cold, yeah, and so on. We have to find some medicine to cure it, yeah? Constantly, yeah? Constantly worry about this body, yeah? The body is the body, yeah? The chitta is the chitta, the owner, yeah? It's like with the car, we worry about the car, yeah? Does it last, how much gas do I need to fill in, to get to here, to there? Huh? Is the tire, okay, and so on and so on. Yeah? Is there enough oil, yeah, or whatever? Yeah, it's the same thing with this body. Yeah, and when we're in samadhi, we don't need it. The body can actually relax. Yeah? So when we are sick, for instance, if we go into samadhi, the body has regenerative, powers. Yeah. If you don't use it, it can regenerate itself. Yeah? So I understand that. Yeah. First, the first thing, is samadhi. Yeah. Knowing. Yeah. Knowing that the Buddha goes in, knowing that the Buddha goes out, knowing that the breath goes in, knowing that the breath is out, yeah, knowing that the breath is short, knowing that the breath is long. Not making the breath to our wishes, yeah, but just knowing how the breath is. Yeah. This knowing nature is the sati, yeah, is this awareness, yeah. We are aware of the breath, we are aware of a feeling, we are aware of the thoughts, we are aware of memories, coming up and going out. Then we can, uses the principle of duality of subject and object, yeah? And we can we can analyze the object, we can investigate the object. But if we think we are this feeling, then it's over. There's nothing to be investigated because we cannot investigate ourselves. Yeah? So you have to separate it out, with anicca. Whatever I experience, whatever I can see, it's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself, doesn't belong to me. Yeah. It's something, it's a phenomena, yeah, that appears, that arises and ceases, yeah. And sometimes, and later on we can investigate the cause for it to arise, yeah. And once we find the cause for it to arise, we can remove that cause and then it doesn't arise anymore. For instance, for greed and hate, we can remove, the cause for greed and hate to arise, yeah, through investigation of the body, yeah, seeing the body as the body, then we can erase the cause for greed and hate to arise. Interesting, yeah. Or our attachment to the body, yeah. Seeing that the body is not self, we can erase, the cause for a lot of troubles, for a lot of concerns, yeah. But first of all, we have to investigate it, yeah. We have to see things as they are. Not as we wish to see them. Okay, that is enough for today. Yeah, do you have any questions? Yeah, can ask them. Yeah.
Can we do body investigation while walking?
Yeah. I was doing that, I was throwing my body, yeah, all parts of the body outside of one side, of the Chongpa, the other, on the other side. On the way back, I was gathering them up again, yeah. It's fun, yeah. Use some intuitiveness, yeah. And also a good thing is, if you're really restless, just to listen to a talk. Lungta Mahabodh just explained how to listen to a talk. Yeah, you listen to the talk without thinking about what is said. You just listen to the words, seeping into your heart. You really don't want to understand what is he talking about, but you want to know what he's talking. Yeah. So you want just to listen to the words, not to the meaning that you put into. Yeah? So that is very helpful. Lungta Mahabodh, that is the only thing he really allowed. His talks, were on tapes and cassettes. So we constantly listened to his talks. Yeah. He didn't allow a library. He didn't allow books. He didn't want us to read. Yeah. Because reading constantly, churns on our memories, our thoughts, yeah. He didn't want that, yeah. So, but listening to a talk, that is perfectly fine, yeah. Okay. More questions? Yeah.
Can you maybe explain the difference between an experience of like jnanas in general, and what's the difference between like an experience of a jnana and a jhana, because they're often talked about in the same way, of peace and tranquility?
Do you mean jhana or samadhi or what?
Between the experience of jhanas, like the four jhanas, and experience of jnana, of insight. There are like 12 jhanas.
The jhanas and jnanas have nothing to do with each other.
Yes, but the experiences, they talk about the experiences in the same way, of experiencing peace and tranquility. while having while going through a jnana and going through a jhana.
I don't know where you picked it up.
Where am I wrong?
Yes. I mean, when...
If you have I understand that jnanas are impermanent also, so you can have an experience of jnana, and with that you can have an experience of peace and tranquility, of like arising and passing away.
Yeah, I mean, an experience is an experience, and the experience comes with the jhanas or comes with samadhi, yeah? With the jhanas, I mean, especially, with the arupa jhanas, there is an insight, one insight. The first time you enter this jhana, there is one insight coming, and that's it. The second time you enter the jhana, there is no insight coming, yeah? Because you already know, yeah?
But in general, there is the insight, there is the process of vipassana when you do the investigation, and they talk about those.
Don't mix it. Don't mix this up. Vipassana is investigation, and samadhi is samadhi. Samadhi is calm meditation or samatha. Yeah. That's why we don't mix it up. Yeah. When we do samatha, we do samatha. And when we do investigation, we do investigation. And when we do investigation, insight might come. Yeah. And each time, he also explained that just now. I mean, each time the insight becomes deeper. So when we take out the body and see the body, I mean, it's an insight, yeah. But the insight is not strong enough, yeah. So we do it 100 times, and each time we do it, the insight gets stronger, yeah. This detachment gets stronger, yeah, until it really shuts off, yeah. So that's why we have to do the same kind of investigation 1,000 or maybe 1,000,000 times, before it really cuts off, yeah.
But again, there are like usually pleasant feelings that come with this or that experience, and which I have. That's why I'm asking them.
Yeah, but then you have to explain.
I'm not sure if the feeling comes from the inside or the feeling comes from or it's a feeling that originated in a jhana, in the concentration that I had during the meditation before.
Yeah. I mean, the jhanas do have some feelings, but even samadhi has some feelings, yeah? I mean, you feel joy, or you feel calm, or you feel quietude, yeah? Or you just feel happy. That is the result of our practice, yeah? And that can happen, if you do samadhi, or it can happen, if you do jhana, yeah?
But it can happen during insight as well.
Yeah, but then you mix it up.
Okay, but that's what I'm asking about the difference.
Yeah. I mean, if you do insight meditation, and insight gives you an insight, and there's normally no feeling. But for a lot of people happens is, when they do investigation of the body or do, and get an insight, they actually switch to samadhi, and you shouldn't do that. An insight is an insight, and samatha is samatha, or samadhi is samadhi, yeah. Normally, yeah, I mean, if you really get an insight, yeah, I mean, if you do investigation really deep enough, the insight doesn't hit while you do the investigation. When you come out of your meditation, then the insight really hits you.
When I come out of samadhi.
Yeah. Yeah, when you come out of the investigation, yeah, out of your meditation, you just do investigation, you see something profound. But at that moment you see it profound, it doesn't hit you. You stop your meditation and suddenly, boom, yeah. I mean, it's just like like a lightning, yeah. Huh?
So that's the progress. You should like start with samadhi, then switch to investigation.
Yeah, but
from that you might go into insight if it happens.
investigation leads to insight, but not every time. I mean, you can work on investigation for years and no insight is coming. Yeah? Huh?
But you should start with samadhi to facilitate better investigation.
Yes. And investigation is always asking questions. What is a feeling? How does it feel like? Where is it located? Yeah? What is the body? Yeah? When I put the body apart, how does this object, of the body, or how this organ of the body differentiate itself from the other organ? That is what investigation is. We ask the question and the chitta answers us. Because the chitta already knows everything. Yeah? But, because we are not calm, we don't see it. Yeah? And if we are not calm, the answers come from the kilesas, yeah? From our understanding of the world. And that doesn't lead to insight. That just leads to more knowledge that we have to get rid of. It's not easy, yeah? So, and we never mix up, samatha with investigation. When we do investigation, we concentrate and sit down, okay, now I want to do investigation for half an hour, and I don't want to switch to samatha. When I do samatha, I said, oh, now I want to do samatha, for 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, yeah? When I get calm out of it, then, okay, now finish samatha, now I do investigation.
About that, actually, it's a bit hard, because
that's why we have to do it.
If you put an alarm and you stop your
No.
samadhi at 1 hour, then it ruins your samadhi.
No.
The investigation is...
What I mean is, yeah, now I'm doing samatha and do nothing else, yeah? And then I stop samatha, and then I can do investigation. But a lot of people, mix it up, oh, now my mind is calm, now I do investigation, and then they switch it and they don't know what is what. Yeah? They think they are in samatha and then suddenly investigation, and then they switch back to samatha. Yeah. You don't get any good results from this. Yeah? Just say, okay, now it is samatha. Yeah? And when you finish with samatha, okay, now end of samatha, now it's investigation. But only if your mind is calm enough. Yeah? Okay? So, more questions? Then, why don't you read the questions? มีคำถามไหม เข้าใจอังกฤษนิดหน่อยละ
จิตรวมหมายถึงอะไรคะหลวงพ่อ
จิตรวม the chitta that is in samadhi จิตนั้นเป็นสมาธิและความรู้ก็มันรวมนะมันมีหลายแบบนะในสมาธิก็มันรวมแล้วนะแต่ในอัปปนาสมาธิเวลามันความรู้มันล้วนๆนะเมื่อไม่มีทั้งโลกนะเนี่ยมันรวมด้วย
หลวงพ่อแล้วเวลานั่งสมาธิไปเรื่อยๆแล้วมันเงียบไปเลยมันหายไปเลย
ไม่ใช่อะไรหายไปเลย
คือนั่งสมาธิใช่ไหมคะแล้วก็มันก็เงียบไปเลย
ใช่เงียบอยู่แต่ต้องอยู่กับพุทโธก็อยู่กับลมหายใจ
ถ้ารู้สึกอีกที
ใช่มันของเรานะมันเงียบอยู่มันอยู่กับความเงียบแล้วมันไม่ใช่ภาวนานะไม่ใช่จิตภาวนาจิตภาวนาต้องอยู่กับพุทโธก็อยู่กับลมหายใจรู้ลมหายใจก็รู้พุทโธนะมันความเงียบก็อยู่ต่างหากนะและยิ่งอยู่กับพุทโธยิ่งความเงียบก็มันขึ้นนะมันดีขึ้นนะมันละเอียดกว่ามันทำลุ่มนะเมื่อทำมันจะลุ่มจะลึกกว่านะแต่เมื่อหยุดนะบูบนะมันจะขึ้นนะก็มันสมาธินะมันเข้าสู่สมาธินะมันอยู่กับพุทโธนะ เมื่อกับพุทโธก็ลมหายใจเข้านะยิ่งอยู่นะยิ่งไม่มีความคิดยิ่งไม่มีความช้ำขึ้นมานะและความเงียบความสงบนะความร่วมนะมันจะขึ้นมันลึกนะมันลึกกว่านะแต่ต้องอยู่กับพุทโธถึงลมหายใจหยุดนะมันจะต้องเข้านู่นนะไม่ใช่ความไม่ใช่นะมันหายไปนี่มันไม่ใช่หายไปนะเมื่อหายไปแปลว่านะมันความสนใจก็หายไป
ก็คือแรกๆมันพุทโธใช่ไหมพอพุทโธไปเรื่อยๆแล้วมันหายไป
ใช่มันหายไปนี่แปลว่าความสนใจของเรามันหายไปมันก็ต้องดึงกลับมานะเบื่อเนี่ยเดียวอยู่กับความเงียบดีกว่านะและสุดท้ายก็ความเงียบก็หายไปเพราะว่าของเราไม่อยู่กับพุทโธ
แล้วมันก็ไม่ได้คิดอะไร
นะของเราคิดว่าไม่ได้คิดแต่มันความคิดอยู่ข้างล่างนะอยู่เบื้องหลังนะยังมีอยู่โอเคOkay. So, how many questions? A few. Okay. Let's start.
I'm planning to raise cattle for milk and sheep, mostly for meat. Being the follower of the Buddha's teaching, what are the consequences?
I mean, if it doesn't kill the sheep, the consequences are not as severe. Yeah? But if he raises them for meat, I mean, it's not good karma. I mean, if he raises cows for milk, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. If he raises sheep for wool, perfectly fine. Yeah. But if he raises, sheep for selling, to a butcher, I mean, that's not good karma. It's not the same as killing the sheep, but it is not good karma.
When a person who uses insight, such as listening to a talk and attains sotapanna while hearing the talk, since these people didn't go through deep meditative state at that moment, does that mean that the mind's eye glimpses Nibbana for an instant and then just goes back to normal mode? Is that how the experience of Nibbana arises and stages of awakening are attained for those who use purely contemplation and insight?
I mean, that depends on so many factors. Yeah? A person who has practiced samadhi and practiced investigation for hundreds of lifetimes, yeah. I mean, he just needs to hear something like that, like Sariputta or Moggallana. They just need to hear one sentence and then they realize it because of their previous work. Yeah. So it's, I forget about it, please.
So, when I say this to other people, they question if this is depression or my natural understanding. How can you know which is which? If a person understands the hamster wheel and doesn't look eager to find love and work, etc., at what point is this depression or correct understanding?
It can be correct understanding if he practices. Yeah? If he is practicing towards the path, I mean, if he does meditation and investigation, if he does samatha and investigation, then he is on the right path. Yeah? What other people think about us, I mean, it's their problem, it's not us. Yeah? And however they categorize us, I mean, it's their categorization, not us. Yeah? But I mean, he has to look at himself. Is he really depressed or not? Yeah. I mean, when we are depressed, we don't want to do anything, and that is not good. Yeah. I mean, when we are just, fed up with the hamster wheel and try as much as possible to get out of the hamster wheel through Sila, Samadhi, and Panya, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It is actually the correct path.
Yeah, this other one is
What?
not. I can't read this out.
And
doesn't
you
make
can't
any
even find the gist of it, huh?
No, really.
Okay.
Can't ask them to rephrase.
What? Yes.
We can ask the person to cut it down.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay, so we'll stop, yeah? Go back to our practice, yeah? Leia Bör, ne? Putu, ne? ลมหายใจเข้าลมหายใจออก The Zoom session will be on Saturday, yeah? จะกลับวันไหน 25อ๋อโอเคเป็นวันจันทร์หรือวันอังคารเหรอวันที่วันอังคารนะปีไหน เดือนไหนวันอังคารเดือนไหน